So it's the start of a brand new season, and I figured since it's our first player interview of 2024-25, let's keep the first going. We're going to have Evan Passmore on today, who just scored your first OHL goal Friday night up in Sudbury. You look like a natural with that first goal, Evan.
Yeah, no, it feels good to score that first one, definitely. I
And
just
you got it up in Sudbury. It seemed like you got it out of the corner. It was. Were you just thinking back of the net when you got down there down low?
no, I saw one of their players fall, and then I saw a lane open up, so I took it to the net and I shot it, and it ended up going in. So that was pretty nice.
And you're entering your second season with the Barrie Colts. You're more of a defensive defenseman. So I think when fans saw your name on the score sheet, I think people are pretty excited. Were your family pretty excited about that?
Yeah, my mom was watching the game in the backyard, and she said the neighbors could hear her yelling. So I think they are definitely a little excited.
And you're from Elmira. You played with the Waterloo Wolves growing up. Did you ever envision yourself playing in the OHL and getting these experiences?
Yeah, it was always a dream of mine, and then being able to play in the OHL eventually, and that's like definitely a little dream come true. And scoring a goal too, that's great.
And I noticed you've been the number 88 for quite a while. Is there a story behind that? Because typically we don't see defensemen wearing 88.
No, there's actually no story. When I was playing, I think it was maybe U14, my first year in Waterloo. That's the number they gave me, and I just stuck with it ever since. So, no story, but
Well, I was
honestly,
wondering. I was wondering because we do get sometimes people will have a story, but that's still a story in itself. You were handed 88, so it's obviously your number, and it's serving you well so far with the Colts.
yeah, just stuck with it.
And for you now going into your second season, you got the experience of being in the Ontario Hockey League. What were you working on in the off season to prepare for this upcoming year?
Well, obviously, I was in the gym a lot. My goal is to put on a few pounds, so I got the few pounds and I grew a bit too. But I was definitely working on my game with the puck this summer, just working on like being able to make smoother plays and all that stuff.
Well, you said you grew a little bit there. How much did you grow? Because I can tell from the broadcast booth you're looking pretty tall out there.
Yeah, I think I grew maybe 2 inches, something like that.
Not bad. That's a
Yeah,
good mark.
yeah,
And for your game, also, you're a bit of a heavy hitter. We saw that in the home opener against the North Bay Battalion. Is that something that you've been trying to work on to maybe be more of a physical presence out there on the blue line?
yeah, definitely. I love hitting. I'm sure you hear that a lot, but I don't know. The contact's pretty fun. I like that part of the game. So
And when you play in a rivalry game like against the Sudbury Wolves or the North Bay Battalion, do you feel like there's a little extra motivation in your game, or do you take it as just another game?
definitely, like when you're playing a rivalry team, you don't want to lose. Well, you don't want to lose any game, but there's just that little bit of extra motivation you got there.
And I'm sure you said your mom was pretty excited when you scored your first goal. How does she feel about you playing this physical style and dropping the mitts on occasion?
I don't think she minds too much. I think she just excited watching me play hockey out there. So I don't think she really cares how I play as long as she gets to watch me play.
And we mentioned that you're from Elmira, so you don't get to go to Kitchener too often. So do you have the visit to the odd circled on your calendar to play in front of friends and family?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'll have a bunch of family come out and watch that game.
And what does it mean for you to be able to play on the ice at the odd? Because the odd, it's one of those arenas in the Ontario Hockey League that's kind of got that historic feel. It's the Maple Leaf Gardens of the OHL. I'm sure you grew up going to Ranger games. How special is it for you to be able to go out on that ice when you do get there again this season?
It'll be special. I actually haven't played at the odd yet, but whenever that happens, it'll be pretty special getting to play that close to home.
And for this season, we've seen some change. There's a little bit more excitement with the Barrie Colts this year. How is it going into this season, knowing that this Colts team is looking to go for a deeper run than what we saw last year in the playoffs?
It's very exciting. We got a great group of guys, and everyone wants to win. Everyone's so competitive out there. You can like tell in practice, everyone's working hard, and it'll be exciting to see how we do this year.
And you guys picked up Gabriel Eliasson from the Niagara Ice Dogs before the season started. He stands 6'7". How awesome would it be to be paired with him for a game? Kind of like two giants there on the blue line, if that's the case.
Yeah, no, it'd be awesome playing with him. He's definitely very hard to play against. I don't think any other players on the other team would wanna go into the corner with him because he's so big. But it'd be great playing with him.
Are you kind of glad he's your teammate and you don't have to go up against him?
Yeah, yeah, I'm glad he's my teammate.
So going into this weekend, you've got 3 games. You got Brampton, Sudbury, and then Oshawa. Preparing for a weekend like that, do you do anything different to get set up for games like that?
Uh, my routine really stays the same for every game, but I think just excited for every game.
So if your routine stays the same, are you a little superstitious?
Yeah, definitely. I think most hockey players are superstitious. I have the things I do before the game, and I stay with them most days.
Is there something that's your go-to that you have to do before a game?
I always nap. That's one thing I do.
Now,
Always
do you have
nap.
like a specific length of time your nap has to be?
I don't know. I just need to go to bed before a game. That's one big thing I've always done. So
Well, I know you've had a pretty full day today, so hopefully you're able to get a nap in, and good luck the rest of the way of the season.
thank you.
So that's Barrie Colts defenseman Evan Passmore, and like he said in that interview, he's grown a couple inches. You can tell, and by the way, he threw that one hit on the weekend against the North Bay Battalion. He's pretty excited to be back on the ice for this regular season, and plus he's got his first career OHL goal in the start of his second season. So it's going to be really great to see Evan Passmore in his developments, and we'll see what the Colts can do this weekend. Of course, they're hosting Brampton Thursday night. It's going to be a 7 o'clock puck drop. We'll have that game on Rogers TV, and then the Colts back at it Saturday on home ice against Sudbury, and Rogers TV will be the place to be to watch that game as it's a 7:30 puck drop. So thanks very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for all your support. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Talk to you again soon.